and I've still got half a pie left. And welcome to tonight's game in the FIMU Alpha Overwatch League. Tonight we've got Doctors in the Hallway versus Whambulance. Joining me in the booth this evening is John Thick Boy Choi, making his first appearance on the commentary booth, and producing on the cams is Joey Flame Chaser, Captain of Intelligence. Welcome,
I
guys.
cannot believe you said that. I will do it. I will kill you.
Well, anyway,
Oh,
so we've got
Jonah's
a.
not here. I lied, guys. Sorry. He's
Do
gone
we have
now.
to? Do we have to restart?
We have to restart?
No, I just tagged
Bruh.
Jonah as
Do I
being
have?
here.
Do I have to do that again?
No,
Yes,
no,
you
no.
do.
We're live. We're live. We're
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 live.
going.
Have
I just
Have
I
we been
actually
live?
I actually noted that Jonah was in the casting.
Yeah.
booth. I
Yeah.
didn't
Guess
read
who's
it.
here right now and
Oh,
not
dang! Jonah just missed it. I can't
you
believe.
just you, you
Yeah.
absolutely just shafted me. Charles is not here right now.
Yeah, Charles unfortunately is going on a trip and won't be back until Sunday.
Watch him
So
Nene,
instead,
watch him
we've
whip.
got. Hmm?
He's going on a trip. Watch him Nene, watch him whip.
I'm gonna scream. I will do it.
So yeah,
I'm
as I
offended.
said before, making his commentary
Oh
debut,
wait, you
our
guys see
boy
all this?
Thick Boy Choi. We've got
Hello.
ourselves a slobber knocker for you boys.
The what?
Um,
Apparently, I'm too plump chump.
yeah, you're two pump chump, Thick Boy
Got
Choi. Same amount of
got
letters, I think.
got damn with two T's and no D.
Got ham.
Can I get the goddamn the
Okay, so banter aside, we've got a great game. What do you think we're going to be seeing from tonight's main event?
you know I played against what team is it? What team am I thinking of? Is it
Ambulance?
Whambulance? I think we played
I
Whambulance.
think you've played Ambulance.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like the second or it was like the first or second week. And I just remember being super scared because their tank lineup
I'm an idiot.
is quite good. What?
Sorry, I'm
Why?
setting up the lobby. Don't worry.
Okay. I just remember playing against their team. Mind you, my SR is literally bronze tier, and it was like the most anxious moment in my whole like Overwatch career, and I'm just like, how did we win? Because we did not deserve that.
Hey, well, that's not true. Every team that wins deserves it. But you are right, they do have a formidable tank
Yes.
lineup in the Names Wolf and Wipes, newcomer of the league. Uh, Names Wolf primarily running main tank with Wipes, complementing him as ever on the off tank. They are incredible to
Yeah.
play against.
They really do have that what do I want to call that? That
Synergy.
yield, yeah, that yield OP tank kind of main
Yeah.
tank slash off tank symmetry. And I think that's really gonna be a huge moment for that's gonna be like what helps this game. However, for me, I'm not so sure about Doctors in the Hallway because I don't know if I've ever played them. Either that or I just have goldfish brain and can't remember stuff.
I have
Um,
tuned into one of their games, and the biggest bright spot for me was their DPS lineup, actually.
mm,
Fox and Blue Canary bringing it home. Both of them very formidable hit scans, and should look to make it a living hell for anyone that decides to take the skies. I'm not so sure if we'll be seeing too much of it, but I definitely saw that in their game against. Oh God, what was that? Um, Shoot. I'm acting a fool, shacking a fool on the main stage right now. But
row.
Which account
they
is blue on, by the way? Since I'm being an idiot right now and not remembering.
What count is what?
Blue
blue?
on? Yeah.
That's a good question.
I think that's a question for. Hold on, let me ask.
Wait.
What's his name again?
Don't worry.
Okay, never mind.
You got it? Sweet.
I don't.
Yeah. So
Oh.
we're still figuring stuff out on the logistical end, and we're getting all of our
Oh,
teams
he
set
wasn't in
up
yet.
as we speak. Ah,
Ah,
gotcha. But yeah. So the first map, I believe, is
Has it been set?
going to be hasn't been set, but out of the three, what should we be looking to expect?
Do we know who won coin toss?
me see who
Yeah,
won coin toss.
check real quick.
I cannot see. Oh, coin flip. Who won?
Um,
It hasn't worked.
nope.
Okay. Uh, are they having trouble with the coin toss?
Yeah, it's not working.
Bruh. Coins. Yeah, our coin flipper is not working. Do you mind if I flip a coin on here and then just relay it to them? Oh yeah, yeah, John, you got it.
Flip a coin.
We have to wait for them to call which one they're doing if we're gonna do that.
Rogue called tails.
Yeah, road cocktails. So let me do this again. Hey Siri, flip a coin. What do you mean you don't know what that means? Flip a coin.
Okay, give me just a minute.
Flip a coin. It's tails.
All right, so it looks like blue team gets pick first. Whambulance gets the first pick for map. We've got Steiner math going on in the chat here right before the game from
Make sure that they know that, guys.
I did a.
Okay, sorry.
So that's Rogue's team.
Okay. I wasn't really saying this ahead of time because I was busy typing stuff, but I'm expecting that from the side of Whambulance, we're gonna be seeing some real good either double bubble or brawl coming out. Since Names Wolf is a really good main tank, and Wipes is a good off tank. So, and I know his Zarya is his strongest. He also has a Diva. So we'll either be seeing the double bubble or probably a Diva Rhine brawl. And then the other side, I'm guessing will either be running a similar comp, or Blue also sometimes likes going on the balls, so we might see some of that coming out, especially with their DPS the way it is.
yo, where's the map pool?
Oh, sorry. Super quiet. Ooh. As far as we all are, since I cannot bump up volume much more, I don't think.
I don't think you want me to turn up the gain on my mic too.
If
Do you want
I'm
me
really
to?
quiet, then let me know about that.
Hello?
Hello?
That's on
Hi.
my end if it's something like that.
Let me check the stream and see if it's.
Or if it's just Overwatch, I can just raise Overwatch's volume.
No, I think our volume. I just heard the voice. My volume's fine.
Okay.
Okay. So, Wambulance has picked Lee. Jesus, where are the map pool? This is going swimmingly. We are a well-oiled machine, and we are just purposely taking forever to build suspense. Um,
Exactly.
Sorry, I'm having trouble pulling this up while doing the other stuff right now. Can you just... Heck. I knew this yesterday. Could you guys help me look for a minute?
What are you looking for?
The map pool. It's in one of the documents. Sorry.
oh shoot, where would it be?
I found it.
believe it's in
Uh,
League News.
Never mind. I lied. This is scheduled.
There we go. I'm gonna have it in about 10 seconds. Okay.
Wait.
It's
So,
week 3, so it is Beijing, Nepal, and Oasis.
I
thank.
think. I think
And
from
so
this-
they picked Li Jiang already.
Yeah.
Cool. So we are heading to Lijiang Tower for our first map today. Like Flame Chaser said earlier,
I think
we
they're. I think
will
they're ready.
probably be seeing a brawl comp coming in from the Wambulance doctors. We'll see. I'm very excited. Both teams have readied up and we're just ready to head in.
May the best Burrow moment win.
Okay, so both teams are gonna start it in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, we're in. Sweet.
Anyways,
Yeah, man. After a hot minute, we've excuse me, figured everything out, and we are ready to roll.
yep.
I'm anxiously waiting to see what our comps are gonna look like. Um, let's see. We'll wait over here. And while we wait to get started, here's your reminder to subscribe to PMAOWL on Twitch if you haven't already. If you have a Prime, why don't you drop that in? It's free if you have Amazon Prime. Or if not, you can pay the $5 a month to subscribe to PMAOWL or follow us on Twitter with the exact same handle and keep up to date on the schedule for our league matches. So, yeah. I was gonna say it looks like we do have a classic brawl comp coming in.
Yeah, it looks like it's like a mirror image, except one is a Westerner with gun, and
Yes. So we're looking to get right into the action already on the bridge. All the action. Oh, two huge picks coming in from Whambulance. Oh my, yeah, and Whambulance making quick work of this point. And they need to clean the rest up to take the point. And it looks like they'll be able to do some quick work there. Old Ironside's falling to the Names Wolf. Names Wolf absolutely dropping them down. And Whambulance takes the first point. And it looked really nice because Whambulance actually got really good stagger picks there. They kept trickling in, and now the doctor's push is a little bit more halted now.
they're playing pretty smart. They decided to kind of just let the activate. They're gonna try to go back in, but they're just taking all that aggro.
I don't know if you saw a
Yeah, the CY already has ult. He just pot shot him. They're just letting it happen.
yeah comes down on the bridge, halting the doctor's progress, letting them kill that Windows time, letting it drop. But still, Whambulance is finding so many picks, even with the halt from Doctors in the Hallway, and now they have to regroup again. And
They need to do something about this issue. Like this issue is just getting shot after shot.
this is why
Getting amazing picks.
he is absolutely on his own island, just firing pot shots at them. And
They switched to Pharah.
they switch to Farah to hopefully mitigate that. And hopefully we can see a contest here with Whambulance's percentage already reaching up to the 70s. They really need a contest here. Blizzard comes out. Oh, and it's a Q-Fest, baby. And still Whambulance taking up most of the kill feed.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Fox N gets a couple of good picks of falling to the Baptiste, and Whambulance with the remains standing alone on the point. It looks like, unless there is a miracle touch, this first point goes in favor of Whambulance. Very decisive too. Oh, and just the last minute. Yeah, absolutely beautiful plays. I think the downfall for Doctors was the amount of times that they grouped up. They didn't.
The problem was they kept getting picked, and then when they tried the group, half of the team would be like, "All right, let's commit," and then the other half died. And
So one thing I learned from last season was, in like something like this, the normal amount of engagements should be about like maybe 5 to 6, 7 if you're like very aggressive and fast. There was like three engagements that entire first round because Whambulance was doing such a good job at trickling and getting the stagger kills, just maximizing time on the point. Oh! Fox M taking out.
Looks like they're getting
quite
kind of
early.
pushed back, actually.
Yeah, they really came out right out of the gate with an aggressive push here, and Doctors in the Hallway being very formidable.
They did that pincer formation and just kind of cut them off from the point, and now they're just gonna go and get that free cap.
Yeah, and as we said, yeah, that was very good. That was very aggressive of Doctors in the Hallway. They're gonna be setting up on the point, waiting for Whambulance to regroup. And Whambulance taking an alternative route here, all of them pulling up on the left side and pushing in through this control room.
See a little bit of that Tracer just going in the back, trying to just put aggro on their back line, but it looks like dueling wipes right now.
Falls down to Rogue, and it looks like this. Oh, Fox gets taken out by Beseechers.
Well, there comes the wall, but I think it's a little too far back.
Oh, BBBBB takes out Minoru. The fight's still here, but it looks like Whambulance has overcome Doctors in the Hallway, and they, unless
Fox is a miracle.
Tracer is.
Here comes Fox. Oh my god.
Tracer is preventing the cap switch and is doing an amazing job at stalling as Doctors in the Hallway looks to recontest this and get the rest of Whambulance off the point.
It looks like he bought just enough time for the team to start trickling in. Misses the ult, but it was good. A good way to keep tension up, and now the rest of the team starts to trickle in, but they're still kind of trying to cap the point. But unfortunately, they're unable to get it, and they have to fall back.
Yeah, that was amazing play from Fox to stall as long as he did and not let Whambulance take the point. They absolutely could have and should have realistically taken that point there.
Yeah, it seemed kind of like they were panicking as Fox was in the back line, just picking at them, and then eventually it just turned into quite frankly, a festival of just free bullet rain.
Yeah, it was a great stall there. Doctors in the Hallway absolutely capital.
Here comes the shatter.
Fat Shat in the chat.
Name's Wolf, but Ryan is.
They're pushing in. Name's Wolf takes out two before being taken out by the other Ryan, and looks to take over.
Oh, here comes the pulse bomb in the grab.
2 picks of his own. Minoru taking out the Ryan. Wipes taking out Old Ironsides. Fox taking down to CJY. It's going back and forth here. Minoru the only one left from. Oh, never mind. Name's Wolf on the point with Minoru looking to contest and hopefully take this point. But it is looking very slim, their chances of taking this
here comes the mail. Here comes the mail. Oh, unfortunately, it's not enough.
Absolutely paradigm shift there. Doctors in the Hallway showing that they are fighting this to the very end. And now we get to go to Night Market for the last point. Honestly, this is going well.
Yeah, I think that Tracer's really helping out in terms of just keeping the aggro on the backline while their rush comp just goes in the front and kind of just fights it, but they're not allowing for the whole team to kind of just work as a cohesive unit with that Tracer in the back just kind of spamming.
Yeah, absolutely. A little bit of dispute whether or not Greg was on the point at the end, but it does not matter. We are here at point 3, and looks like we're going to see some action very quickly here. Same comp, Fox M.
And they're going in for the teleport again.
See, setting up the turrets here on this point, trying to get Doctors in the Hallway advantage here in the first engagement. Again, Tracer in the back of Whambulance, absolutely causing a storm, taking out Rogue. And
unfortunately for Whambulance, they are getting rolled because of that. I just find it amazing how they just immediately were like, we're going to have this point, and this is my house. You will not enter my house.
Yeah. Very, very formidable stuff from Doctors in the Hallway. Absolutely playing to Fox's strength and letting him be a nuisance in Whambulance, throwing out all sorts of, at the very least, confusion and distortion for the team's communication.
They're going around in a different direction, though.
Oh, but the CJY takes him out.
Is down.
is down right now. They look to engage this 6v5.
Here comes the wall.
Big wall comes out. Keegan taking out Greg, and window comes down for Whambulance. But
Unfortunately, I don't think that really accomplished. Oh, here comes the slam by BB.
big slam from
Big B from
and
lots
he
of
takes
B.
out 2, takes out 3, and man, Doctors in the Hallway must have been really mad at the first point because now they are
Yeah.
absolutely taking this map under control. And Whambulance is really kind of like at a loss here. Hopefully they can take this group, this engagement here. They do have about 3 ults on the way, and hopefully they look to utilize them. But then again,
Oh, here comes the
Crater
whiff
comes out,
slam. It whiffs though.
blocked by, and the Nano Rhine just comes in to clean up again. And again, I think, yeah, Doctors in the Hallway just has like that chip on their shoulder right now. They were like, I can't believe you did this, and now are just steamrolling their way. Likely, unless they get a miracle touch here. Oh, we got ball, and
Oh, and immediately, just,
I,
here comes the Hanzo trying to displace their team. Here comes the slam, but unfortunately, it gets Decidueye and
yeah, and again, with the cleanup, they do have a ball, but it doesn't look like it will be able to touch. Doctors in the Hallway taking map 1, the reverse sweep here on control, not control, actually, yeah, control, Li Jiang, and yeah, as expected,
I mean,
which one of his plays is gonna be here?
I think it just goes to show that, especially because we didn't expect or know what to expect from Doctors in the Hallway, that it just shocked us ever the much more. But especially for me, at least, I didn't know what to expect from them. But that just showed that they had that good cohesion and they had good communication with Fox, as he just came in their backline and was just kind of displacing the living daylights out of that team.
Yeah, absolutely. Big plays from the Rhine. I think if I had to pick an MVP for that map specifically, it would be from the side of Doctors in the Hallway.
100% agree.
Nobody thought, and
Yeah.
I'm looking at the predictions, nobody thought Doctors in the Hallway were going to take this one, albeit one person voted. But
Mhm.
that is okay. We are going to encourage the rest of our viewers to participate in the next map, which we're going to Assault. And yeah,
Yeah, the map pool. Let me just copy and paste it. That's not what I wanted to do.
Map pool is, if we're on Assault, then it is Volskaya.
Volskaya.
I don't think it's Assault next, though. I believe it is Hybrid next.
Is it hybrid?
I
I thought it
the
was
I'm about 70% sure.
okay.
It's
well,
Control,
hybrid.
Hybrid,
I lied.
Assault,
we
Assault,
lied.
Control. So it's Hybrid, and it is Kings, sorry. It's Hybrid, and it's Hollywood, Kings Row, and Nubani. I had a little
Okay.
Freudian slip because it almost certainly is going to be Kings. Bless you,
That's
puppy.
right.
I'm sorry if you guys hear my dog sneezing so much.
Yeah.
She's been eating grass. I found out today. I think she's just eating cicadas.
Oh.
Good source of protein.
Yum.
Yes.
You're gonna have a swole dog by the time the season ends.
Yes.
Yeah, Joey, what are some of your takeaways from that last map there?
The first one is that Fox doesn't pop off if I'm watching him. The second was that both teams were basically running mirror comps, trying to run the Brawly comps. I think with the way they were running it, Doctors had an advantage using the SIG, since they were essentially using him as like. They weren't using him quite in this way, but he was allowed to take more off angles. And sorry, give me a second. I'm doing some swaps.
All good.
They tried to swap it out, but unfortunately, it just didn't. Like they were so far in that it just didn't work.
Yeah. Yeah, Sigma has a very great ability in that he can just turn around and shoot the wall and get damage. if
I also
if
think
the
that
ricochet.
there were a lot of moments where it's like, where good old BBB had just great opportune moments to shatter, and
Absolutely, yeah.
was phenomenal in finding those moments and taking advantage of it. Unfortunately, Names Wolf wasn't that as good as that during that matchup, but
That's I was about to say because of Brrr's excellent blocking, it prevented Names Wolf from really being able to shine and being able to capitalize huge off of his shatters.
mhm.
But moving right along into the next map, which will probably be King's Row.
Kings Row, yeah,
I also think one thing that is worth noting was that one of the big things that was helping the side of Whambulance on the first map was the open spaces. Decidueye was able to get basically a pick every fight, which
yeah.
made it so Doctors didn't have a really good fight. Um, so basically, after the first point, which is the most open one, they were able to be inside and just sort of brawl better.
Yeah, but
Um,
unfortunately, yeah, as the map started getting more compressed, they couldn't take advantage of like the headroom for Decidueye to get more picks, and unfortunately, he fell off.
I am raising my
Yeah.
volume. Let me know if this is good. Sorry, I had it quieter because I have had to be quieter when I'm doing my own personal streams.
Mhm.
True.
But yeah, I think that these teams are fairly evenly matched. I honestly think that it might have been a good idea on the side of Wambulance to switch to a more, probably to a Diva as opposed to the Zarya. Um,
Yeah,
are both teams are? No, not yet. Especially because the Diva would be able to get all of the eats in there, and just like that would get more value than a Zarya who is getting resetted on charge every
right.
every fight essentially was what was
That's
happening.
weird. That's weird because Wipes is actually, I believe, a diva main,
He plays both.
and yeah,
Um,
but very, very competent in both
yeah.
Zarya and or just off tank in general.
So the
And I
idea
just
that sorry, you finish and then I'll say what I was
no,
gonna
no,
say.
no. It was just kind of weird because he such a strong toolkit from Wipes' diva, and I just didn't see it come out.
So what I think was happening was sorry, I have to double check comps. Um, they have Names Wolf, who is such a good oh, I'll do that too. Who is such a good tank that they're basically trying to just enable him as much as possible, which can work, but when the other team is running a comp that's essentially disabling your main tank, when his shield goes down, he might get rocked, he might get hit by anything else. That essentially makes it so that they couldn't do that.
That's
The
true.
other big issue was on the third point, especially. I wasn't paying as much attention during the second point. They kind of ignored the Tracer in the back line, and then when they stopped ignoring the Tracer, the Reinhardt would go after the Tracer, which made it so that the front line essentially collapsed. Um,
Hmm.
and Doctors was able to take advantage of that really well.
Yeah. I guess kind of the way they see it was, for me, I had like certain characters that were really like you had to be careful, and they just were not capitalizing on that. And I think the doctors were capitalizing on the fact that they had no idea and were not doing that. And so that really did cause that rift as soon as that first map ended.
Yeah, absolutely. Moving into map number 2, we've got some
Ye
subs
old
here.
King's
Um,
Roll.
we've got some role switches. We've got some subs. Rogue switching to DPS on the side of Wambulance, with Greg going down to support. And on the doctor's end, we've got Gingerbeard coming in for Old Ironsides, and Blue Canary subbing in for uh, Fox M, and Fox M moving down to support. And
I think they're ready.
I think we've got ours from both sides. I
Yep.
think we are ready to go. Starting mat number 2 on good old King's Row.
I'm just gonna say this right now. I love this map, and mostly because the comp for dive is just great. Or I'd say the like a rush comp is amazing on this map, and because both of them were kind of running rush comps, I'm kind of curious to see how it's gonna go this time around. But judging on the way that the the doctors were playing, I'm fairly certain that they'll have a better time than Wambulance will. But if, like I said, earlier, if Wipes really does pull out his diva and kind of cancel a lot of the extra damage coming to the rest of his team, I think it'll help them so much more in this matchup if they keep what they had last time.
So with the comps rolling out for both sides, the side of Whambulance going back to the classic Ryan Zarya, we've got McCree and Hanzo and Lucio Bap. So looks like another brawly kind of comp here. Hopefully to get some long range encounters with the Hanzo. And on the other side, kind of the same, except replace Reaper with McCree and Ana with Bap. Very typical stuff to see right off the bat here on King's Row. Let the Rhine swing here at this choke. And yeah, we'll just see the action take place. Whambulance playing a little bit farther back so as to not really hold the encounters there at that choke, because it kind of takes away a lot of movement for them.
They
and
want that open spacing. Unfortunately,
Rogue takes
Canary is
out
going in and just going to the side.
Rogue taking out immediately right off the back the main tank, and that forces Doctors in the Hallway to just back up immediately. They're still putting in some shots here and there, but they gotta wait for the Rhine to come back. Coming back pretty fast though, and I think they can take this re-engagement here pretty easily. You see, yeah, all of Doctors in the Hallway just kind of grouping together. A trade there. Blue Canary goes down. Rogue goes down as well. Still a 5v5. Anyone's map here.
The aggression on
Names Wolf with the shatter.
Exactly. The aggression on that team is just as powerful as the last matchup too.
Absolutely,
And
but
I
then
think
Doctors in the Hallway again coming in.
steamrolling them. Relax. Cap the point.
They're sending them all back.
I think it's they're sending a message, is what it is.
It's message sent.
Yeah, message fucking sent. Holy jeez. Anyways,
yeah, Doctors in the
they're
Hallway.
they're going
taking
up.
that engagement right up here, and we've seen that a lot from teams playing King's Row, especially in this league right now, being very, very mega aggressive off the cap, so as to not let the payload stall.
Yeah, so
Get
the
as much distance as they can.
biggest idea there is that the very first like archway on Kings is such a big choke point that if you don't take this space, if you win the last fight dominantly, then like you risk not being able to get like an actual push going.
Oh, and here comes
easily.
the Grab Dragons.
Huge Grab Dragons though.
Oh my god, Fox
Grab
is
Dragons
going nuts.
with the 5-man, 6-man, and that's play of the week, I will say, right there.
Clean.
What a clean 6-man
My
feed
lord.
for Fox. Yeah, and that's exactly why you take that space, so that that happens faster.
I think that was a message to them to really step up their gear, because they're about it. They're not having a great time.
Doctors
And
are
oh
coming.
no, fortunately he walls up the hammer.
Oh, but the high noon is canceled by Mommy's grenade, and I was gonna say, like, Whambulance does have the ult advantage, but they're coming up on 3 ults, and so is Doctors in the Hallway, so there is really no huge discrepancy between ults. Although Blue Canary does fall. We got a Rhine duel going on right here. Gingerbeard being nanoed and diving right in, trying to take out Nameswolf, and he does.
Oh,
Not falling. Not before
unfortunately,
falling.
both Rhines go down.
Both Rhines do go down.
Oh, and they return the favor.
CGY finding 2, Wipes finding the Zarya, and finally, Whambulance wins a fight, and they stall the payload here, right at the last turn before the final edge here. Very nice coordination from that Grab Dragons. Very tried and true method to win a fight.
I was about to say, I think what happened was they just kind of let Whambulance let the Doctors kind of just push up too far once they lost that first point.
Ooh, big shatter incoming.
When they had that huge gap advantage, Whambulance taking advantage of having the ult advantage from killing them all, and then at the end, even now, they're still kind of paying because of it, because they staggered their ults, and now it's just they don't have a lot of tools to take advantage of the more narrow space that they have against them. But the Shatter will fail.
They both shattered right next to each other and missed each other.
You know what they say? Hindsight's 50-50.
Hindsight 50-50. Yeah.
And they're going to cap. I would say that was quite an unfortunate game for Whambulance, but let's see how they do on their attack. And hopefully they can pull it out.
Any team can do really, really well with a little bit of momentum. Overwatch is very momentum based, and it really was just all Doctors in the Hallway, aside from that one fight win from Whambulance. Doctors in the Hallway was really riding that momentum.
Yeah, they're just snowballing the absolute daylights out of their plays.
Yeah. Just a whole lot of regrouping and a whole lot of just synergizing and coming together on Whambulance's end will definitely allow them to do the exact same to Doctors in the Hallway. Although Doctors in the Hallway playing out of their mind right now. We'll just see. King's Row is anyone's map. Anyone can shine on this. But yeah, we will see where this goes.
We're seeing
Looks like they're
some
got the
comp
Brigitte
changes.
and, yeah, they got the not anymore. They got the Ana and the Baptiste, but I think the Baptiste is gonna kind of let the Whambulance kind of be more aggressive with their plays.
I'm not a huge fan of doing this double healer thing. I think that you don't get a ton of utility out of both heals since you're already gonna have enough heals from one of the two.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's a little bit weird to me that they don't go for a healer that would give them more utility, like a Brig or a Lucio or even a Zen.
I could understand.
I like the Lucio, especially with the Rhine. I just like that added movement and accessibility, and I think that would play in Whambulance's favor. Either way, they take the fight in the hotel. Names Wolf finding Brigitte and finding another pick there, taking down the Rhine.
And they're just sort of sitting there.
Yeah, but they're being pincered off by Fox and
they can
Fox
go
and
and
this is where the
take
Lucio would
space
be
on
really useful. They
Yeah.
could have just charged straight in through the arch and just wiped out the entirety of Doctors before they could get this recontest.
yeah.
Unfortunately, right now it looks like Names Wolf isn't able to get what he wanted and has to retreat.
Took out 3, and what looked like a pretty good Whambulance fight win just turned into Fox coming back around and being like, no.
Doing his
Well,
usual
I
Fox
also
stuff.
think one of the biggest things was Blue Canary was standing up there just spamming a ton of Junkrat damage down and just forcing them to be zoned, sort of.
Oh, here comes the wall or the
window.
matrix. There we go, the window.
Window coming out of Whambulance, but
Here comes the
Placing
zoning
spot.
dragons.
and Junkrat falls to the dragons. And Fox again getting so much value out of his Hanzo pick. Taking out Minoru as well.
My lord.
And Doctors in the Hallway is absolutely taking this fight.
BB
Why-
going ham on this Arya. Like,
BB going
Gosh.
ham. Fox is cleaning up the scraps. And yeah. And the worst part is, we've got a couple like slow building ult heroes for the side of Whambulance, so they don't really even have ults to fall back on. I mean, Zarya
Yeah.
is the slowest building ults in the game. Rhine is if you don't get into those engagements, which they have not been.
oh, looks like he's going to switch to the Diva because they're
I
taking
really
so
like
much
that.
aggro from.
I'm a big
Yeah.
fan of this pick.
I'm a big fan of this too.
Running
I think
against
they
the
aggro.
Junkrat Hanzo spam, just being able to negate so much of the damage is going to help so much. I don't think that they're taking the best fight angles either. Since going into the hotel, they're just going to get spammed down by the Junkrat.
Yeah.
Like right here, you're going to see the Junkrat's just able to spam this one angle and get so much
unfortunately,
damage.
the slam doesn't go through.
Shatter.
Ooh, Name's Wolf going to
That's
go down
not-
on point
not-
probably. Ooh, huge
and
shatter
Names
though.
Wolf gets the huge
I
shatter.
lied. He's going to
Wolf
turn this by
finds three.
himself.
Gets
Or
grabbed,
not.
but
Unfortunately,
oh
how
my
they just get.
God.
It was like
And-
watching us. It's like cicadas. You see them fly in, you're scared, and then you step on it. Just stomped. My God.
Another almost seemingly win for the Whambulance just turns into Fox being no.
One of
Fox
those things. One of those
So-
things where it's like It's like the parents are leaving the stadium, but they turn around and they're like, "Oh my god, are they gonna do it?" And immediately they're just like, "Nope."
Yeah, we see the Winston switch
coming
from
in on
Names
the
Because
Wolf.
of Bob.
Ooh, and we know Bob don't miss, but gets hit with the shatter. Wakes up, still is firing shots down into
Shatter gets
Doggers
Shatter gets
in the hallway,
rogue.
but it doesn't really matter. There's not a whole lot there. And Whambulance has to think of something quick, or else it looks like it's just going in favor of
I
Doggers.
think they need to take advantage of the fact. I think if Rogue can get a really, really big tire on their back line, then here comes the tire.
Yep.
I think if he gets that back line, it's a really good chance. Unfortunately,
Does take out
Only
Fox
gets
and takes out the Brigitte. They're down one healer, and they can capitalize on this if
They are on the point, but I do
Fox
think
does go down.
they did kind of. They did
So
blow
did
up BB.
Zarya. Now they've got just Ryan and the Ana and Junkrat to deal with, and I think they can take this point here if they take
I
out
don't know.
that Ryan.
Looks like the team's catching back up.
Ryan falls.
This
Junkrat
fight goes
still
not
on
too
point.
long.
Angry Monkey comes out to boop everyone away. Junkrat's still on the point, contesting, letting Doctors in the Hallway still take this, but it does look like Whambulance will be able to take this point and be able to escort the payload.
So we saw the switch from Names Wolf onto the monkey, and that honestly was probably the best choice that they could have done, because he was just able to pressure Fox before the fight began, and like he didn't get nearly as much value since there was just a huge scientist, in his face the entire time.
Yeah. Fortunately, they're not going to be able to get that distance advantage over the team.
Yeah, not all of them deciding to commit right away to pushing the Doctors back. All of them deciding to stay on the payload and try to...
Oh, but here comes the grab and gets... Oh, here comes the grab dragons.
Dragons comes in and Fox taking out another... Oh my goodness. Fox taking out another couple people, and he is absolutely popping off today.
Their coordination is on point for all of these amazing plays.
Absolutely
And I
love
think-
to see the synergy there.
I think there's a little bit of a... I think there's a disconnect in terms of what Whambulance is looking for in terms, but they are going around trying to get trying to catch them off guard. But here comes the ult from the Brigade.
The Shijuwife does find one with his dragons. And Zarya does fall, but not before 3 falling for the side of Whambulance. Make that 5, make that 6, and
Yep. Unfortunately, that rotation wasn't enough to get through to them. Unfortunately, they were fortified enough to kind of just take it in the face of it. Now,
Did Fox
Yeah.
Dragon at the
Looks like-
beginning of that fight?
what's
What
up?
was
Fox ulted at the beginning of that fight,
Yes.
right? Look
There
at his
was
ult
a-
charge already.
Oh my!
That man is
think-
putting in some work. He got
I
like
think-
3 kills that fight to turn that essentially. Great on him.
Fox ulted at the end of the fight before they took to
Unfortunately,
the far right.
this payload, they're not touching the
Yeah,
payload. What are
focus
they
on the
doing?
Payload. They can
What are
have
they
all the
doing?
distance. Payload's actually moving backwards, but now Shijuwife go in there to escort the payload. But
I
there was a
don't think
whole
that
lot
was
of distance
Yeah.
there
I mean-
that could have been made. And another Dragons coming out of Fox. The absolute value this man is
Oh,
getting.
here comes the Diva ult. Oh my goodness!
Diva
And
ult finds through
huge.
classic Jimmy bomb.
Classic,
And
classic.
Again,
Wipes bomb.
I think that could be the turn that Whambulance needs to at least get it to the 3rd point. Barring that they use these last 2 ults effectively and Shijuwife builds his up pretty fast, I think we could see the 3rd part of this map here on the side of Whambulance. What a great bomb. Jimmy always coming in clutch with those bombs, it seems like.
I think we have to
And-
watch out for grab dragons this fight, since Fox is farming it up so fast. He might just
Yeah.
get that grab before they
Oh,
even...
here comes a tire.
Ire finds
Fortunately,
2.
Yep,
Whambulance-
firefights too.
But Gingerbeard's Shatter comes in, finds 3, and then
Here
a
comes another
tire on the
tire.
side of Doctors in the
Oh,
hallway.
but they
Whambulance does
get-
cap.
They get the point.
Ambulance does cap. They ended up killing more people.
It was like getting gunned down, and they're still managing to move forward.
What a great stagger kill from Rogue there. Junkrat being set back a little bit, so Doctors in the hallway can't entirely regroup here and fight this
Question
6v6.
is, I don't think he's gonna do this, but will Jimmy do the Diva Slam. Oh
No,
no, he
no,
isn't.
no, 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 no. Jimmy's smart. Jimmy knows
He's
better.
smart. He's a big brain person.
Uh-oh.
Here comes
The
the grab,
grab dragon
and here comes the grab
out
dragons
again.
again. Unfortunately,
Gingerbeard taking out
D-Max and
And-
kills Wipes.
Yeah. And again, just another Grav Dragons coming in from Doctors in the Hallway. I think that's the fourth?
Oh, and here comes Fox just sniping Decidueye's face.
Yeah. Fox being like, yo, you play Hanzo too? Just kidding. No, you don't. Not anymore. Not until next fight.
Not allowed.
Not allowed.
Yeah, they're really are. I'm kind of noticing this. They're really playing kind of wide, if that makes sense. Even
Yeah.
though the point is so narrow, and they're not taking advantage
Very
of that narrow space.
Great
But they-
placement of that Dragons.
it
Finding
was good zone.
ulting Brigitte, I think. And Decidueye takes out another one. And Whambulance could take this, push it into overtime.
Here comes the window.
The window comes out on perfectly placed onto the payload. And I think they absolutely could take this. Wipes taking out.
Oh, here comes the
tire
Diva
coming out.
Bomb. Oh my God, Diva Bomb gets BB.
Angry Monkey comes in trying to swat everybody away off the point. They need to keep everybody.
Here
on
comes the Shatter. Oh
Shatter
no.
comes in, Gingerbeard. They still have 3 up. Whambulance could absolutely take this. Lucio is the only one on the point for Doctors in the Hallway, and he gets taken down.
And they
And-
take point.
Yeah, we're going into round 3.
Unfortunately, Whambulance not going to be able to win. They only get to play for the tie, but
Yeah.
that's better than the loss.
Absolutely.
It's crazy.
They do get to
So-
play for this tie, and we could see the potential for a map 6 in this series if they hold out all the way. But we'll see what comes out on the side of Doctors in the Hallway and see if they will quickly
Why?
shut that down.
I hope that does not happen.
Why not? You don't want to see map 6? Map 6s are
Um,
always
I feel like maybe it's just because I haven't been to a map 6, but I feel like by that point I'd be so tired because it's just so intense playing through all of these.
Dude, map 6, I've done it once, and yeah.
I
It
believe,
was,
yeah, the term
was
ass
so
clenching. Yeah, I say this a lot. I say that my ass hurts a lot whenever I play, and we're always holding last point. But I really do flex like crazy, and so just imagining going to game 6, having that same energy the whole time, I couldn't do it. Here comes the far Mercy though.
ooh, the pharmacy coming in from Whambulance, trying to add some extra damage, trying to stop their push. They do have almost 4 minutes to defend at this point, and so as much damage output and as much shield break as they can get. will
Yeah, they need all that.
absolutely
They need all that pressure in order to keep them off the point. And so looks like just getting some shots in. Fortunately, Fox is taking shots at the Pharah.
Yep, Fox is trying to mitigate Farah's value here.
Looks
Not
like he's trying to do double duty, taking down shields and Pharah, but unfortunately, they're kind of getting in all the way, and they're almost halfway through
and
the
they
point
can't
already.
afford to give Doctors in the Hallway this much space because one tick and they win. And yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
unfortunately,
No
they get it.
kills, pacifist. Wow.
yeah,
They had such a strong team too, and they just kind of just were like, we're gonna step back and let you guys take this. Comes Fox with play again.
Fox with the absolutely huge, beautiful 6-man.
As the kids will say, he's cracked.
Yeah, and I mean, we saw the beat come out, but beating to counter dragons is really hard. It came out,
Yeah.
like, I think a little bit too late, which isn't what you usually see. You usually see it too early.
Well, he was trying to
Um,
do something, I guess.
No, yeah, I'm just saying unfortunate, since that timing is always really difficult.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a very pacifist play from the side of Whambulance there at the end. Can't afford to give him that much space, especially when you only need 1 tick to win. But Doctors in the Hallway taking a commanding 2-0 lead in the series, following going into Escort?
I think so.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
Sweet.
I will
And I-
post.
believe if the map selection is consistent,
Can one of
Junkertown,
you guys
Rialto,
type
Route
in chat?
66.
I'll double check though.
I think
It is
John's got it.
Junkertown Rialto's. Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah. I put it up.
Okay, cool.
I think they're gonna go for Route 60,
Oh,
Route 69.
No,
I
I have a feeling Route 66 is kind of a rough choice for them. They might go for it unless they already
Yeah.
said it. I have a feeling they're gonna go for Numbani, or not Numbani. That's not in the.
I think
I
I
got
think
that
they're going for
confused with
Rialto.
Route
Rialto.
66.
Rialto.
But we'll see.
Rialto, yeah.
King's Throw.
I think
Dog.
that Whambulance can get an advantage on routes. Yeah, Route 66 specifically, since they can play more of like a divey comp, and they seem to be more comfortable on that. And being able to take all the high ground and stuff is what was working for them when it did.
Yeah.
Do I have to wait?
Yeah. So biggest takeaways going into this map, going into Escort here. We're waiting for the map pick. But what do you think Wambulance needs to do here to
They just need to shut down Fox. That's quite frankly what it looks like they need to do, because Fox, even in like the first map, was just taking advantage of them being unaware and kind of playing around more of not with the team, but rather it's just like Fox is Fox is literally just getting picks after pick and letting like get like his old charge up and whatnot, and
Yeah.
it's just he's just taking such a huge advantage over the fact that they aren't able to capitalize on um, pushing up as much as they can, but especially with all the picks that are happening from Fox, that he's just snowballing the absolute living daylights out of that whole team.
Yeah.
And especially with BBB just being such a good support for that, with all of those, every single grab dragon landed that game with what am I saying, with the Doctors' team, and so it's just they have such good synergy on that end, and I think what Wambulance is lacking in is being more cohesive in their team comp with like their with each other, and they're just it seems like there's a split in terms of what they want to do, and they're just not taking advantage of the moments where Fox isn't there.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Shutting down Fox there, especially on the Hanzo, would have absolutely done Wambulance there. I think it was definitely just a matter of Fox was just taking so many off angles, so many opportunities to just build his ult and get as much value as he can.
Looks like they're
And
picking Rialto.
oh, Rialto, a very very fun uh map here. I think that is my favorite of the three of Route 66, Junkertown, and Rialto.
I hate Rialto, and that's just because I hate all the escort maps. But that's just me.
So
I think escort is such a hard game to play because you can either a be steamrolling, and I think this is just the game in general. But with escort, it's just so much slower. It's just the game just starts to drag on. But I think it's the place where they can take advantage of the most like lapses in teamwork and kind of formation. So maybe Wambulance could take this as an opportunity to turn it around. Um,
Yeah,
but
So
I
what I
think if
really think Wambulance needs to do is just not try to be fighting in this Brawly comp since they're getting outplayed in it, just putting it frankly. I think that they really... So, unless it's changed a lot, Caleb plays mostly Diva and Zarya, and he was switched in onto tank. He's similar to Wipes with his hero pool. So I'm personally really hoping we see the bubble coming out for them, or the Diva Winston dive, but that's a little less likely, I think. Since I really think if they just have names Wolf pressure Fox a lot, Fox M, sorry, then they would have a good chance of winning because they wouldn't have their Hanzo just basically carrying with all the damage he's dealing.
Yeah, absolutely. Um.
Yes.
Uh.
And I can see Rialta being a good choice for that because it's going to give them more space to essentially uh, coordinate those dives
Oh yeah, yeah.
than Junkertown at least. Um, okay, we do have ours coming up.
We have ours correct.
We got 2 Rs, and we're ready to
And
go
that is the
on
start.
Rialto. Yeah, some notable switches there. I'll go through them once I can see the players again. We've got Emerald coming in for wipes, and Sezu Shining coming in for. Oh no, I forgot.
It is okay.
Give me a second. It's fine. But we got
It's
Sezu
fine.
Shining coming
Which
in.
name are you looking at?
Doesn't matter. Just
Okay.
like going over the subs and whatnot.
Ambulance, the swaps.
And we've got Gingerbeard and Keegan on tank for the side of Doctors. Both Foxes on DPS. And Mommy rounding out the support lineup for the side of Doctors. And, a Ball Zarya on the side of Whambulance. And I'm very intrigued to see
Yeah,
how
it is.
this plays out.
That's a little
Uh,
ambitious. Yeah.
I'm intrigued. I wonder if that's just a joke pick until the map loads in, and so he can just
I
spin.
heavily think Names Wolf is going to switch to the monkey, since unless he's been hiding something, I have personally seen him be very good on the monkey and not play the ball as much. I'm expecting the switch right here. Oh, to the
Yeah,
right.
I mean,
Ryan.
Ryan,
Okay.
of course, back to ye old,
the
ye
old
reliable, ye
brawl
old reliable.
cup.
There we go.
Yeah,
So
I do like the Lucio here on the attack side. They've got a Zen coming in on the side of Doctors.
looks like Genji's going straight for Decidueye and he takes him
And-
out.
Takes him out. Fox M with the first pick of the map here. And
Yeah, this is
they're
scary.
forcing them into this really weird spot on the map. Able to take advantage of it.
Ooh, big
Beard is
Maywall.
walled off, and they're hopefully gonna take him out unless supports kept him
That
alive
is-
for very long. This is why it takes out Gingerbeard finally, but not before losing 2 of their own by Fox M.
I will say it is pretty scary because they have both Genji and Tracer.
Yeah,
And that divey comp I think is really like scary for their backline. So if they just let their supports kind of just die, I think that's gonna be the end for
Whambulance.
for Whambulance.
Ooh, huge Maywall
Another
again.
big Maywall again, but it looks like Ryan can just slip through that crack there.
And
But
it looks like Fox and Genji are just in the back causing mayhem. They're going for the Genji and he goes down.
Entry does fall. Finally, huge shatter coming in, but it finds.
Ooh,
nobody.
shatter canceled.
Wait a minute.
Wait, was it
on?
the freeze or
I'm not sure. I
I
think it
think-
was blocked by.
no? It didn't go through. There was no slam.
Wait. The other. I think Names Wolf shattered.
I heard the boom.
Yeah,
I
his
think
his
that
ult went
matters.
off. I heard hammer and I'm very familiar with that sound.
Oh yes, absolutely. Fox M being taken down by Lucio. Graph coming in from Doctors in the
There's a
hallway.
May ult.
It's
Fox
just
M
an
finds
ult
one
fest
with
here.
his bomb, and Zen takes out the May.
Doing everything they can. They kind of just push them back. Here comes a Zen ult. Trying to keep them
Transcendence.
on that payload. Here comes the shatter from Gingerbeard.
Gingerbeard shatters, and they clean up here, leaving Lucio all alone to run back to his spawn. They're gonna try and stagger him out if they can. Tracer really trying to force that issue.
Yeah, I was
And-
gonna say probably want that shatter back.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah, they ended up staggering the hell out of Lucio there. And it's just, yeah.
That's something you don't see every day.
Oh, here comes the
Oh.
switch to
To
Pharah?
Moira.
Yeah, we saw the
That's the Pharah,
Genji
too.
kill the Pharah.
Wow. Yeah.
That's interesting. I'm not sure how they're gonna handle that. I guess they don't have the greatest hit scan, but also Genji could probably deal. with
Well, they
Pharah
shouldn't
pretty
be able
okay.
to, but they have been.
They have been, yeah.
Fox does
unfortunately
get
for
taken out.
Fox does int, as they say.
Well, with Fox trying to be as much of a nuisance as possible,
Yeah,
I feel
think
like
the-
he was playing his role and got unlucky there.
I
Gerd
think both
kills
of the-
himself, and but
Top 10 sentences taken out of context. Gerd kills himself.
apologies, but Whambulance still
Oh,
in this
yeah.
a little bit. They're still moving that cart. Lucio and Zarya staying alive. Never mind, never mind.
Yeah, the big the mom is now just mom is sprinting out the stadium.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Mom and dad have come to see their kids play, and they're just that's not my kid.
I wouldn't say that they're absolutely not doing super hot. They
no,
do
they're
have
doing-
one more contest here. They can take the
so
fight.
many upsets.
Beat coming in, aggressive beat coming in from the
The monkey switch, by
Whambulance.
the way.
on Monkey. I think they should have started out with this.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They do grab. Monkey gets stuck with the pulse bomb, but eats it like it's a can of peanut butter. But before falling down to Gingerbeard.
Unfortunately, it
looks
looks
like
like
Doctor's
they're
in the
gonna-
hallway. Yeah.
yeah.
They're gonna take, unless Minoru is staying alive here, getting as much time off the clock as possible, staying alive for their team, but it does
I don't
not
think
matter.
Yep, does not matter.
Doctor's in the hallway again. Just layeth the smacketh down on Whambulance, and Whambulance is a tall task to defend that. But also with Rialto, there's so many instances for them to just absolutely play up and be aggressive and hold for as long as possible. It is very doable. It is still very winnable for the side of Whambulance.
I'm sorry,
Hopefully
guys.
they,
I need to check in with my dog since I just smelled a weird
Yeah.
smell. So,
Okay.
that's fun.
You got it. But the name of the game for Whambulance right now, I think, is aggression. They need to
I think-
play with a little bit more, like, honestly, and it sounds like a little backwards to say, but they need to play a little bit more, like, careless.
It just they need to kind of just sweep and
They're-
take advantage of that sweep in order to keep them from kind of picking up their snowball. Unfortunately, what happens a lot though is that they get split up and
Yeah.
they just get taken advantage of. But I think if they are able to play as a more cohesive unit and kind of scan for both Fox and Fox M, I
Yeah.
think is really what's going to help them kind of get this win. Looks like they're sneaking around the side though.
Dog
What
is
he
good.
doing?
It was just a really big toot.
Okay.
Ah, heel big fart.
Yes.
So
Looks
it looks
like,
like
What are they doing?
Whambulance is going to try and hold this close and be a little funny with it.
Be kind of
Wait.
ballsy,
Oh,
and
they
they
take
do
out
take
Roadhog.
advantage. Oh my god, they
They're
just
absolutely
walled in
tossing
Hog.
around Roadhog, but
They were all purple during that.
Gingerbeard takes
Oh
out
my
three.
god,
Huge nade
And now-
from Mommy. Literally, I counted 4 people purple just in the time I could see.
Yeah.
you.
Like Minoru's at 1 or
Unfortunately-
was.
Fortunately, that allows for BB
That-
just to kind of just take the cart forward while they
Yeah,
Just
Doctor's
kind of-
in the hallway.
quite frankly dick around. But
Doctor's in the hallway taking out so much distance there with what I thought was going to be a really, like, good play from Whambulance. They were absolutely being, like, I guess you could say passive-aggressive there. And
they were just
bringing
trying
the
to do
issue
something
very
ballsy,
close.
and it just didn't work for them. I think that's
It
what
was very unfortunate. It was
Yeah.
a very clutch nade in from Mommy.
I think
And-
it was definitely the right choice. Here comes a Nano Blade, by the way.
Oh, and he
Nano
blocks
Maybe no
Blade
the-
Nano?
from
blocks
Fox
the
M.
hammer.
Up Nano Zen!
Oh, here comes another hammer.
The shatter, the spin move from the Names Wolf doesn't really work out too well. Sezu Shinin is the only man left to protect, but
Unfortunately for them, I think
35
this
second
is it.
coalescence.
Doctor's
This is
in the
gonna be it.
hallway. Looks like they are going to take this handily.
Oh, here
Names
comes
Wolf
the
does
ball,
get
though.
cut. He can take out Mommy here if and Mommy falls, and
Oh,
Na-
but
Wolf-
unfortunately, I do think that this might be it.
I don't
No,
know.
They're getting respawns on the side of Whambulance. And I mean, all of this actually really stems from the fact that they did that close hold. They knew that they didn't get the payload very far, so doing that close hold guarantees that they were going to get a second fight, like you can see here.
Yeah.
If they hadn't done that, it's very much possible that they would have gotten rolled through on that first fight and then not had a full second fight and would have just had stagger. We still saw a lot of stagger, but you know, worked
Yeah,
out for them.
absolutely.
Well,
Gonna see
looks like they have
probably
to-
Grav Blizzard, by the way, coming in here.
I think if they burp on the cart, they kind of basically they're gonna win. So unless they decide to do that fortified wall maneuver, which they don't, I don't think
You
they have a
have-
good comp for that.
About 90 seconds left. They have the grab coming out,
Oh, here comes all the ults.
Lessons
They're
coming out.
really going for that.
and yeah, taking out Gingerbeard. Fox is in the back trying to create some devastation.
Mayhem, but unfortunately,
The blade comes out from Fox M.
Hey, Nano on
Looking
the
to
right
find-
person.
Stun. And wow, absolutely great evasive maneuvers coming in from the side of Whambulance, but it doesn't look like it's gonna result in too much value. May standing on the point,
Yep.
trying to be a little block in the wall, but Doctors in the hallway closing out the series with an absolute banger.
yeah, that was an interesting fight because I really did think that it was gonna be a lot closer. Honestly,
I
thought
really
we were
think
gonna-
that it stems from the fact that, honestly, Doctors in the Hallway just looked way more comfortable on the Brawl comp, and Whambulance was just kind of way too obstinate with keeping it.
yeah.
I think if they had switched up stuff a fair amount, they would have had at least a better chance. Since when they brought out the dive, there were like some moments that looked really nice. On Kings, though, is where they were able to take a map even. So I don't know. I kind of disagree with their decision to just stay with the Brawly comps, but I see where it's coming from since that's probably what's comfortable for them.
It probably would, yeah, mostly just a comfort thing too, because as you said, I think their lineup was kind of built for that brawl comp. Unfortunately, Doctors just had what was
Well,
quite frankly a superior brawl
What
comp.
confuses me
and-
is Names Wolf is very comfortable on Monkey, and we know that Wipes and Emerald are both comfortable on the Zarya, so they very much could have just shifted to the double bubble, I feel like. Which
Yeah.
confuses me a little.
And hopefully they take that into the future weeks here. But Doctors in the Hallway coming up with the 3-0 sweep, concluding week 3, if I'm not mistaken. Unless there's...
Correct.
Yeah, concluding week 3 of the league. Absolutely great games. I think both teams have a lot that this match told them. They've got a lot to work with here. And I think, all in all, just a very entertaining game here.
Oh yeah,
I definitely wish I could take it back. The Gerg just killed himself, but it's fine. It is okay. And yeah, absolutely. Once again, subscribe to the Twitch, follow us on Twitter, PMAOWL. Links in the description or wherever else you can find them. And we'll be back Monday with
it's Man I Love Frogs versus Magic Bang Bus 3.
Woo! And I'm playing in that. That should be a banger of a game. And yeah, do you guys have any final words before we wrap this thing up?
Stay frosty. Don't eat a cicada, and they're very scary.
My dog, I swear, she just has really bad farts right now since she's been eating them all week. And
I'm just saying.
I'm just disappointed. I'm sorry.
It's like a protein shake.
Yeah, I'm
dog.
disappointed in you.
In me, it was me. I'm actually eating the cicadas. Anyways,
Hope everyone has a good one though.
Everyone has a good night. We'll see you guys next week. Take care.